And what is increase? Increase the merit. Increase the merit, accumulation merit, what's the merit is. When you accumulate merit and what's the merit, when we increase it will purify our obscurations, negativities. And then, so to do that, what is it? In the Vajrayana teaching, often we heard two stages. Two stages you heard, right? I mean, you know that. Many people know. Every practitioner, very Vajrayana Buddhist practitioners always knows two stages. Those two stages are creation stage of the visualization and completion stage of the dissolvings. These two stages are the principal practice of the Vajrayana teaching, and in the teaching also said is the principle. All the Buddha's teaching on the Vajrayana is based on these two stages. So what is that? The creation stage of the visualization is practicing on the relative truth. And the practicing on the completion stage of the dissolving is absolute truth. And these are two truths. In the great master Nagarjuna said, whatever Buddha gave the teaching is based on the two truths. What are these two truths? Is the relative truth, absolute truths. Those are two truths. In the Vajrayana teaching, creation stage and completion stages. Creation stage of the visualization and completion stage of the dissolving. That's what I'm translating, and many of you know that. And the creation stage means what? Creation. We're in a way creating by mentally creating. Is we creating that. We created that, not just we creating that, but we following the instructions of the great teacher Buddha Shakyamuni, or Buddha Vajradhara, or Vajrasattva, or great Buddha Shakyamuni, or Gurupa Masamba, their instructions, and then we creating, mentally fabricating the meditation. That's called the creation stage of the, then commonly in English it's called the visualizations. So you're visualizing something. But that is created by the mind. Is the relative truth. And then the completion stage is what that means. Completing every duality, all dissolving every duality conceptions, and then meditating. And that is the absolute truth. Absolute truth. So these two stages. The first is, in the Vajrayana teaching, the first stage, which is creation stages. So now, these creation stages, many of you all know. We visualize. Whatever we do, practice and meditate in the Vajrayana teaching most of the time, we visualize. Past, we visualize. And that is, for example, here, in this teaching, when you look to here, in the footnote, page 7, instantly oneself and the deity in the front appeared clearly as Vidyadhara Guru Pema Sambhava in the form of the Buddha Amitayus. Instantly appeared. So that means we fabricated by the mind. Here, instruction said that you should instantly become the Guru Pema Sambhava or the Buddha Amitayus, inseparably. We visualize. How there we should appear. So ourselves become Guru Pema Sambhava, and then Guru Pema Sambhava, mostly you all we know the picture of the Guru Pema Sambhava. We saw statue of Thanga, and this time Guru Pema Sambhava is sometimes Guru Pema Sambhava is in the right hand dorje are little bit extending outside like this, and sometimes like toward the heart center. But this time toward the heart center, and the rest is just the same. In the left hand, Guru Pema Sambhava hold skull cup, and filled with the nectar. Above that nectar, then there's long life like vase, V-A-S-E, and long like vase. I think many of you saw the illustration, long like vase, and that has beautiful, also the kind of ornaments. Now, maybe we're wondering how that the skull cup is filled with nectar, and above that long like vase, how can it sit that it will dip inside the water, nectar? Maybe you're thinking. Or maybe I'm thinking that. Maybe you don't think that. Maybe I'm thinking that. How that can dip that now? Maybe it's going to dip inside. But that whole Guru Padma Sambha's form is rainbow body. That skull cup is rainbow. That vase is rainbow. That nectar is rainbow. What that means is light. Guru Padma Sambha body is a light body, if I commonly say. And that skull cup is a light skull cups. That nectar is a light nectar. And that vase is nectar, light vase. And all the beautiful ornate things, everything is light. What that light is the essence of the wisdom and compassion appeared on those forms. And Guru Padma Sambhava is formed, his form is wisdom and compassion, essence. That's called rainbow body. Whole his cloth of wearing the ornament, everything is rainbow, light. So then when we visualize the Guru Padma Sambhava, or when we visualize the Buddha or the deity, we're not going to visualize as a solid object, solid like bone and massa and all these bone structures and all that. No. It's a rainbow body. For that to understand that realization and bring that, often in the teaching mentioned, you meditate the form as a reflection moon in the water, or image on the mirror, in the mirror. We visualize. That is the Guru Padma Sambhava body. And all the Buddhas, when we visualize, any Buddha, any wrath of deities, that appears the wrath of deity, reality is love, compassion, wisdom that appeared in that form, order to defeat the neurotic duality regiment conceptions. Duality regiment conception is always clinging, grasping. Even in neurotic mind, grasping itself is hallucination. Itself is the emptiness. There is no substantial, solid, existing neurotic mind. We did not find. Buddha did not find. But fixation is fixed with that. That's just an idea. That's the obscurations. That is blocking all our realization, understanding, progress. Fixation. All is the mind. Nothing. This time, Vajrayana teaching is famous, breaking the duality concept, that fixation instantly. Bring the ultimate freedom of the mind. It is. Mind is freedom. Mind is freedom. Mind is not restricted. That's why then we grasping, we clinging. We use the wrong way. We dilute it. We make the wrong, diluted the wrong way, use it, and then we suffer ourselves by our own diluted fixations. This time we're breaking that. So we visualize Guru Padma Sambhava as like that. Rainbow body as it is. And then in the Guru Padma Sambhava, also we visualize on the front. On right in our front, maybe eye level, little bit, not exactly as our level, but little higher level, and Guru Padma Sambhava, the Buddha Amitayus. Exactly same as right in front of us. We visualize. It's also transcendental, Wisdom, rainbow body of love and compassion. Even though it's a rainbow body of light, that, as I said many times, also in the teaching mentioned, it is embodiment of all the Buddhas. Embodiment of all the enlightenments comes together in one single state as that image, that forms. That is what we're going to see. We're going to embrace that, exactly that quality, with our courage and commitment, confidence, as I said earlier, without any doubt and hesitation and skeptical intellectual ideas. Be courageous, embracing that qualities. That's also called, in the teaching mentioned, Vajra pride. Vajra pride. We hold, we keep that we stay firmly with that. So with that thought, and Gurbe Masamba, which is right in front of us and the Buddha Amitayus separately, and then we chant these prayers.